Is what they're preaching going to help save your life or change life for the better, or are what they preaching going to shorten your life? Is your favorite influencer what my dad would call full of SHIT? Well, guys, check it out. Look for these warning signs in today's video and never be fooled again. Reason number one, and these aren't in any particular order, but some things you should look out for in terms of should you be following the advice or whatever your favorite influencer is doing. Number one, for me, it's going to be poor form, right? How many times do you see influencers, YouTubers, whatever, even maybe coaches in a gym? They look great. They look awesome. Small waist, big hips, whatever, big chest. They have the physique that you want, but when you watch them in their videos, you're like, they don't look like Johnny or Doc Mike or a lot of the other, YouTubers that are out there that are spitting some good facts and training, and you're seeing a disconnect in the physique that the person owns and how they're training that physique. It looks off. Like, you just kind of like, what? 4-range of motion, time and attention, none of that. They're just throwing weights around, literally. They're just tossing weights around in any old fashion, and it does not look at all good. There's one right there. Run for the hills. Do not listen to another word they're saying. Run for the hills. I'm sorry, I am a massive advocate, and you should be able to, not only if you look the part, you should be able to do all the things to look the part. If I go to the bank and talk to a financial advisor, I'm going to assume that that financial advisor probably has their finances figured out, or at least knows what they're talking about. And they can give me some advice that is far superior than what I know about my finances. I should be able to. Now, if I go into the bank office and it comes out and he's behind the thing and I'm like, hey man, I'm looking at making an investment with whatever. And they're like, oh man, you know what? You know what I do? I spend it. I buy myself a car that I can't even afford. You're doing that. I'd be like, whoa, I'm not gonna be following you for advice. See you later. I don't know if it's a good example or not, but you get my drift. Has to be able to not only look the part, but move like the part.
Hey folks, Dr. Mike here for Renaissance Periodization.
Number two, they got a one-size-fits-all approach. Ooh, there's an obvious one that happened in the last year, and that's with Liver King. A Liver King-esque type person. Someone that is telling you that this is the only way to do a certain thing. That way and that way only. Like, the only way to follow, you guys know, Liver King's the best example. Or a V-Shred, or anyone who's literally going to tell you that there's no other way. And that's usually sometimes, and I would say, it's a nutrition. It's either their diet is the best diet, the only diet that works, or their training methodology is the only way it works, the only thing to do is to do this, right? There's some people out there who will swear by HIIT training. You can only do HIIT. HIIT's the only way. That other stuff is stupid. If you get one of those type of people, if you're following one of them, I'd be very quick to kind of shift gears there in terms of who you're following. Number three, and like I said, this isn't any particular order, they're promoting steroids or something unhealthy. They're promoting obviously unhealthy lifestyle choices. They're not telling you warning signs, giving you value in a certain, topic. Say they're telling you the precautions to take if you're going to go down that road. They're giving you information to make your own mind up about certain things. They're not just telling you, hey, this I do this and you should probably do this. There are those out there. There are a lot of those people out there. It might not be steroids, but it could be a life choice. You should smoke cigarettes to help raise your testosterone. There's one. Hey, eating bull's balls is gonna help you be more connected to your ancestral ways. If you're not gonna do steroids, do peptides. Or try SARMs. Try the SARMs contact that I have. Right? If they're not promoting obvious health things, I would be very, very, very quick to shift the gears and zoom that the other way. If your favorite influencer, YouTubers promoting obviously unhealthy things, probably wouldn't be listening to them. There's some signs that you may be finding a better person to follow. Inconsistency in their everything. They just kind of jump ship. No, there's nothing wrong. Again, let's make it clear. If somebody's evolving their, their way of, their education, they're progressing. They start off very, I would say, narrow-minded in certain things. And they've had a realization that one-size-fits-all approach isn't the right way, and they're now onto other approaches that are good. Yeah, it makes sense. But if they're completely always inconsistent, I'm talking inconsistency in what they preach and in what they do as well too, right? They're telling you train a certain way, then they're not trained that way at all. They're inconsistent and they're always swearing by the next best thing. It's the next best thing always. It's inconsistent and it's always better than before. It's like your local weed dealer back before weed was even illegal. You'd be like, hey man, what do you got? I got the good stuff, better than last week. You're like, all right, cool. Then you get them again, like, hey, what do you got? Hey man, I got the stuff. It's not the same as last week, but it's better. He seems like that kind of, he or she seems like that kind of person. Always inconsistent and then swearing by the next best thing. A rocky foundation is going to eventually have that house crumbling down. And all the methodologies and nuances that come on with it. Whatever. Here's a good one, guys. Lack of credibility. Now, YouTube's a free space. A lot of creators are out there creating things and sharing their life. As soon as they start getting into that the teaching realm, the coaching realm, and they start saying, hey man, you should do this, or I suggest you do this, or you know what, this is what I'm doing, I think you should do this, and this is gonna help your life, and that kind, when they start speaking that kind of language, when their language starts shifting to, hey, you should do this, it's probably a couple things they might be selling. Hey, I sell things, of course, but they have to have some credibility to back it up. I used to say strength conditioning coach, nutritionist. I have my degree. I have a double concentration in criminology and sociology. I continue to study. I'm an IFBB professional bodybuilder. I don't know, I got 30 years of doing this training thing and 10 years of bodybuilding, and I would say 20 years of coaching, right? So like, don't be scared to do a little research. And we can take this entire thing too, and like, we can move this into a more touchy subject, be like, here's the things you should ask your coach. Does your coach do any of these things? That could be another video. I would do another video. I'm gonna do a whole series on this. Should you be getting coached by your coach? What are some things they're saying? They got a one-size-fits-all approach? I could literally do another video just on that. But again, from top to bottom, ask yourself this question. The person that you're following, that you're idolizing, that you might be copying, ask yourself the question. Is their form terrible, off, odd? Are they throwing things around? Are they teaching you how to actually move properly? Or this like, this worked for me, do it. Number 2, one-size-fits-all approach. Their way or the highway, right? They swear by this. Bull's balls is your gateway to enlightenment. Sorry for y'all who just got bamboozled by that, man. I feel so sorry for some of y'all who are still eating bull balls. It sucks. But they got a one-size-fits-all approach and they're stuck in their own way, and that's the only thing that works. Run for the hills. Number 3, promoting steroids or some kind of unhealthy lifestyle. Promoting it. Glorifying it. Glorifying something that will be detrimental to your health or your overall quality of life or the longevity of your life. Is what they're preaching going to help save your life or change life for the better, or are what they're preaching going to shorten your life or cause some kind of harm? Number 4, inconsistency. They're inconsistent with their coaching, what they're preaching, and then they're always swearing by the next best thing. They never got one thing. You kind of don't know. They're wishy-washy. Kind of like, what are you? Are you keto? Are you carnivore? What are you? What are you? Do you like HIIT training? Are you telling me that I should try all things? Or are you telling me that this next thing is the best thing, but you already said the last thing was the best thing? Those are easy ones when it comes to like, supplement sponsors. Is your YouTuber telling you, hey man, they've had 6 new supplement sponsorships and telling you this new spot, I'm pleased to announce that I'm now with this company. And it's like the 4th time they've said it, and they've always said that the last company was the best company they've been with. Last but not least, credibility. When they start, hey, look, if you're showcasing vlogging, I'm vlogging. I'm just showing you my life and giving you a up close personal view of what my everyday life is like. Go ahead. But as soon as you start teach, and say follow this, follow that, you need to back it up with some credibility. Need credibility. Back it up. Again, your favorite influencer could be just letting you follow their life. And they're entertaining as all hell. The second they start saying, do this, X, Y, and Z, they start giving you some advice. Advice is all good. But if that advice isn't backed up with some credibility, that advice that they're giving is not good advice, or that's me switching gears and heading the other way. Anyway, guys, hope this video can help you out with sifting through the bullshit. Hope you take these 5 signs here and do your own critical thinking for yourself and make up your mind that maybe I should just be watching this influencer or should I be following this influencer. Either way, the choice is yours. And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. And if you don't want any nonsense, get my ebook. The Final Diet is in the link in the description below. Anyway, guys, until next time, binge watch my videos. You know how it is. Iron sharpens iron. Progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.